Tonight, while driving down the road with my family, I reminded my husband that in the Bible, Jesus tells us to be careful when we entertain a stranger, that we may be entertaining an angel. And I just want to make this point, that if God's good angels can take the form of humans, so can the fallen ones. So welcome back to Starkey Farmstead, everybody. My name is Samantha, and I just want to touch base with you guys on this UFO alien invasion coming out of New Jersey. Let me tell you guys something. I have said this from day one, and I will say it to the end of my life. There will come a day when a portion of the population, including all of the children, disappear off this earth, whether you want to believe in the rapture or not. That's on you, friend. What I am going to tell you is, without a doubt, the way that the government of this world will cover that is by saying it was an alien invasion. It is why they're coming out with everything that they're coming out with. Now, do I believe that there's technology that you and I would think was alien? I do. And that technology literally came from the fallen angels. And the Bible will tell you that, as in the days of Noah. And we are walking in that right now. And people with a little faith and people who are not spirit-filled are very confused, because the people they're supposed to be able to trust, mainstream media and the government, are all lying to you. If you didn't catch my live today on trust the science or don't, you should, because I'm going to show you how our government and our scientists consistently use us as guinea pigs. Folks, the hologram technology that they have now is so advanced, they could convince you that there was an alien standing directly in front of you. It would even be 3D. You would be so scared, you would probably urinate on yourself. And I'm being dead serious. You would not be able to tell that it was not real. That's how advanced that technology is. If you don't believe me, Google it yourself. Check it on Reddit. Start digging into this, people, because you had better arm yourself with prayer, knowledge, and wisdom before it's over. The Deagle report, or the Daigle report, however you want to pronounce it, claimed that in 2025, 67% of the American population would disappear. They would die. Why? We don't know. He died. However, he was a government statistical analysis. This is what the man did all of his life, and he was good at it. So since 2020, the CIA has known that something is coming in 2025. You had better prepare yourself. Great, stocking up on food, training your dogs for canine protection, fencing your property. Do it. I'm doing it because God told me to. Learn how to grow food, learn how to store food, learn home medications and self-healing. I'm down with that. But you had better prepare this, folks. This, your spirit, man, your soul, you had better prepare yourself in a way that you know, without a doubt, that Jesus is on your side, friend. Because whatever it is, it's getting closer. Nobody in this world could walk around and think that something isn't wrong. We have Operation Switch. I told you guys the other day, firmly believe the CIA is involved in the public school systems and the transgender movement. 100% believe that that is going to come out one day if we live that long. It's Operation Switch. Switch genders. I firmly believe it. I believe in Project Bluebeam. And you should too. Watch this.
Here, bro. They're just making themselves prevalent, bro.
Well, let me tell you why these sightings have become a common practice, and I believe it has nothing to do with aliens or our international foes for that matter. I'm sure you've all heard about Project Bluebeam. If you look it up online, Wikipedia will tell you it's a conspiracy theory that was popularized by Serge Monast in the 90s. Most newspapers will tell you it's the most dangerous conspiracy theory ever, but What exactly is it? Well, in essence, it's a project run by globalists who plan on conducting a massive false flag operation. This false flag operation will involve a fake alien invasion that will help these globalists establish a new world order. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical of how someone can just fake an alien invasion. Well, my friends, here I would like you to go back and watch this video where I show you how the CIA was ready to conduct such a false flag operation all the way back in the 1960s. And in the last 6 decades since then, we've taken some huge technological leaps, which means creating alien simulations is no longer a pipe dream. Now, even though most online sources credit Serge Monast for Project Bluebeam, I believe the first guy to bring attention to this scary theory was none other than our former president, Ronald Reagan. While the liberal media makes fun of him for talking about alien invasions on the UN floor, I think it was his way of warning us about the kind of situation we're seeing right now. Because he didn't just talk about it once, he mentioned the same thing on 3 different occasions.
I couldn't help at one point in my discussions privately with General Secretary Gorbachev, when you stop to think that we're all God's children wherever we may live in the world, I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together. Well, I don't suppose we can wait for some alien race to come down and threaten us, but I think that between us we can bring about that realization. In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
So I think anybody that has studied American history would say that Ronald Reagan was one of the most honest presidents we ever had. He's basically telling you guys that if they didn't have the technology at that point, they were already considering rolling it out to control us, to force us all to get along, to get us all to be one united world. You cannot be fooled by this, folks. There are no aliens coming to get you, but there are men in black suits. There are people in alphabet groups that should not be funded by our tax dollars anymore, that have done horrendous things to American citizens and children and people who cannot consent. And they're not going to stop unless we stop them. But then you have fools like this.
Can do horrible things. Why are you stressed? A lot of reasons. I was on a flight today, and I asked the flight attendant, had she seen any UFOs in the sky? Because she flies all the time. She's like, what do you mean UFOs? I'm like, you didn't hear about the UFOs all over the world and a tremendous amount in New Jersey and over our nuclear power plants? And nuclear power plants all over the world? No. Okay, I said. Do you have TikTok? No. Mainstream media is not covering it. So I said, well, go on TikTok and type in December 2024 UFO sightings worldwide. See what you get. And tell me whether or not you think there's a big cover-up to not really talk about this on the mainstream news. They say the FBI is involved. Really? Good to know.
Do you know, I often say, you can see somebody's soul on their physical body. Look at how these people are aging. All the money in the world, and they look like crap. Because they're just rancid on the inside. And that happens. I've seen people like myself and my husband, once we got saved, I've seen the Lord turn the time back on our bodies and rejuvenate us through the Holy Spirit, through his word that brings life to your bones. And then I see people like Rosie Odonnel. And I see people just eating up everything she's got to say with a spoon. And then she goes on to claim that they will take TikTok away. They will take TikTok away in the middle of January. Does she not realize that Biden, for the past 3 years, has been forcing TikTok into Meta? That they have tried time and time again to pass legislation to take it off the market? But they'll lay it at Trump's feet. They always do. But guys, let's not be deceived. Anyone in politics is basically the same bird, just a different wing. At this point, we, you, me, we have got to come together as a community and say no more. Why doesn't the FBI know what these things are? Why won't they tell us what they are? Probably because it's our own government. I'm just saying. Like it or not, those are just my opinions. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. I believe honest discourse is very good for people. Guys, have a blessed night.